Hey everyone, we're back again with another GPN 101 walkthrough. This time we're looking at events, essentially RSVP lists with powerful features like waitlists, eligibility criteria, and more. So let's get into it. For today's scenario, we'll create an event for our mixed doubles ladder. Players will use this to RSVP each week, and it helps us quickly schedule the ladder matches. We'll pick up on our mixed ladder page. From here, you click on Schedule, and then you click on Create an Event. Now for the name, I like to include the day of the week and the time that it's playing, just so it's really obvious when people see it in the list. So let's call this the Mixed Doubles Ladder, Saturdays at 7 p.m. This is going to start this following Saturday. Like I said, we'll be at 7 p.m. and we'll run till 9 p.m. And again, we'll continue at the Longmont Athletic Club. The activity you can leave to the default, which is the ladder we just came from. And for the description, I have that ready here. I'll just leave a quick note to the players to please register to indicate their availability, and also a note about the wait list. And another thing I like to do is open registration 6 days in advance. So we have that information here. We can proceed to the next tab. So this is open to all genders. We're not going to be setting any plane level limitations on this one because that's already controlled at the ladder level. So we can leave it as an all levels label. It's going to be using the GPNR. And for this one, I want a max attendees of 20 because I only have 4 courts available and I don't like going above 5 players per court. All right, moving across the top, registration is open. It's going to be again for our mixed doubles ladder. We're not going to have a secondary group. Members can start signing up. This is where we set 6 days in advance. Good, and members can no longer sign up once the event begins. Sometimes people want to change this to a couple hours before just so that nothing changes, that they can get the ladder schedule set up, but I find leaving it to once the event begins is best because if somebody can't make it last minute, you're going to want somebody else to be able to take their spot off the wait list. Speaking of the wait list, this is where you have the options to control what happens to it. So you can read it here. You can send an email to all on the wait list when a spot opens up, or you can automatically add the first people on the wait list to the event, or you can do nothing. Now, my recommended setting for this is to leave it on send an email to all on the wait list. If you start automatically adding people to your events, they might not be aware of that. They could have put their name on the wait list a couple days ago and then gone ahead and made other plans. So it's better, I think, to have people deliberately opt in, and that's why we use this setting right here. All right, to the next one, guests. In this particular event, we're not going to be allowing guests. Everybody has to be a member of the ladder, but we are going to have it repeat. So we'll repeat weekly. It defaults to the Saturdays, and we'll go to the end of the year for this one. December 31st at 7 p.m. on Saturdays. Now, default attendees. So in some cases, you may want to have somebody always have their name in the event without having to RSVP. That gives them a guaranteed spot. A scenario for this might be you have a member who's volunteered to host the ladder for you, and you want to make sure they can always get in. So let's go ahead with that scenario right here. Let's say Ethan Walker will be our volunteer admin for this ladder, and so he's going to be a default attendee. And if we were charging fees, you could mark them as paid if you wanted to. So moving across, we're going to get into administration. And we're going to set our default attendee here as well, Ethan Walker. So that'll give him a little bit of control over the event where he can make changes to the attendees, opt people in, and just help with general troubleshooting stuff as it comes up. For emails, don't need to know when the event is full. I tend not to send the reminder emails, but what I do like sending is the check-in emails. This just serves as a reminder to people that they have opted in and they're expected to show up. And I generally send those 12 hours before the event. The idea being that you wake up in the morning, you have the email there, but if your plans have changed, you can take your name off the list and free up a spot maybe for somebody on the wait list. And this last one here I set to less than 6 hours. So what this will do is it'll send the event organizer a notification if things are starting to change last minute. So So for fees, we're not going to charge a fee for this event, but if we did, we would configure those fees on this screen. And miscellaneous, we'll leave this viewable to everybody in our network. Go ahead and click Save, Confirm. And here we are. This is our event, and you can see it's already added Ethan Walker as our default attendee. So now if we jump over to our mixed doubles ladder, click on the Schedule tab, and you can see the events that we've created, showing that we have one attendee for each one. Okay, now that we have that all set up, players can start registering for this week's ladder. In our next video, we'll look at how to set up the ladder matches. I guess that's it for this one. Keep playing smart.